G'day guys, welcome back. I'm doing that red and turquoise pour again. The last one I felt it was too thick and my cells were a bit small. They didn't have defined edges, they were a little bit blurry. You might not have been able to see it on the photo, but I could definitely see it close up. I did it yesterday, so I'll show you how it's looking now. It's still wet, tacky anyway. It hasn't really changed. I've just got it on this grease-proof paper at the moment while it dries there. So that's it there. Right, so going again, same colours, but I'm making my mix a little bit thinner today. That one was 70% glue to 30% water. This one I'm doing 60% glue to 40% water. So it still leaves a mound and a mound on a mound. I think that orange is still a little bit thick. Still leaves a mound on a mound. I'm just going to put some water in this. Keep having to add water to this warm red. It thickens up a lot. That's better. Still leaves a mound, quite a big mound. Sits on top for a short period of time before it sinks in, and I've sprayed my cups with my silicone spray and then just wipe the excess out with a paper towel. So let's get to it. Treadmill silicone oil, 100% silicone for the cells. Now, I think I'll put, let's go for lots of cells, shall we? Let's do 4 drops in each, except the black. We like cells, don't we? We'll go for lots. I just won't torch a lot. Hopefully they'll come up on their own because my mix is a little bit thicker. Skip the black. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do the white as well. All right. So this card is 30 centimeters by 40 centimeters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, spilling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My white feels a little bit thick too. Oh, it's all right. I'll leave it. It's got its oil in already. Okay. Now let's start layering. Everyone seemed to like that colour scheme that I did last time with these. And I really like them as well. So I was actually thinking maybe I should add a navy and a light orange as well. But I thought, seeing as this is an experiment, I should keep it relatively similar with the same colours, but just make my mix a little bit thinner to see if I can get the better shaped cells. And then once I've done that, then I can start changing colours. And a few people have said to me, why are you changing your formula? You know, if you've got it right, why are you changing it? And the answer to that is, I've been using an Australian craft glue, and I had my mix pretty much exactly how I wanted it. And then I tried out the Elmer's glue all from the States, and it is a little bit different. Not a lot, but a little bit different. So I'm just trying it out again, seeing what I need to change. And once I've got that right, which I think I almost have, it's down to about 5% difference. So I'll either use 65-35, which I've been doing, or I'll use this one 60-40. So Hopefully this is the end of the experimenting today. You'll see how 60-40 goes. And then if I prefer this, I'll change everything to 60-40 in future. Or if I prefer it slightly thicker, I'll go back to the 65-35. And then once I've decided on a mix, then then we can start playing with colours and do some more things for you. I also want to try this mix in a ring pour. The glue and water mix in a ring pour and a dirty pour. When I first started, I used to do lots and lots of dirty pours. If you look back on my YouTube videos, you'll see that I did a lot of dirty pours. And it wasn't until this year that I've started doing the flip cup pours. But I will go back and do some more dirty pours. Finish off this black. I think I changed the order of the paints just by one. I didn't want the red oxide and the warm red next to each other, so I put a black in between the two. But apart from that, the colours are the same, in the same order, I should say. Oops. Sticky. One thing about this glue mix, it's sticky. So I keep getting my gloves stuck to the cup and stuck to the stick. If you leave the card on this plastic, on this metal rack for too long, it sticks and then you can't get it up. So I just leave it on for a few hours. And then I take it off and put it on a sheet of greaseproof paper, baking paper, and then let it dry flat on the table. It takes about, depends on the weather, about 5 days generally to be totally dry. Oops, knocking things over. Sometimes the edges, little corners, may curl up a little bit. But because it's cardboard, you can just bend them back again. It's not a huge problem. And if you're going to put them behind glass and frame them, then it's certainly not a problem. They'll go flat. But once they're totally dry, just flip them over and put a heavy book or something on them. They'll flatten out again. But the thicker the cardboard that you use, obviously the better result you're going to get with warping. I think I started with about a 300 gram, and now I'm up to, I think this one's even what did I get? 700 gram, I think, was the last batch I got. Something like that, so quite thick. Right, let's finish it off with a little bit of white. Did make up an extra tiny bit of white. Only an extra 10 grams of pouring medium and 10 grams of paint, so it wasn't a lot of extra white, but just enough to give me 3 layers of white and 2 layers of all the other colours. My white kind of disappeared in the last pour. Could hardly see it at all. So I cut down on the warm red by 10 grams of each and just increased the white by 10 grams. So still got the same amount of paint. The orange really took over. But it's a pretty colour. Orange and turquoise are really beautiful together. Oh, splushing that all over the place. What's wrong with me today? All right, colours. Same as last time. This is the red oxide and that's the warm red by Global. And then my 2 blues, well, it's kind of a bluey green. Turquoise and Bora Bora. So this is like a pale minty colour. It's a limited edition colour, so I don't think you can get it anymore. And then I have black and white. I've just put these into my own containers because after a few months I can't open the lids anymore. They get so stuck on, and I just change containers. I buy my paint in a big 2-litre jug and just refill my small containers because it's easy. Alright, so you can see the paint already released from the bottom of that cup. Got some cells happening in there, which is good. Now, do I want to drag? Do I want to just flip over? Dragging certainly is easier to cover the whole canvas. Flipping over, you tend to lose. You don't have very much coverage. So, might try and just flip, but I'll have to just drag a little bit, but not such a fast one. I like a big puddle of paint to stay there if possible. All right, like so. It's pretty much emptied, that one. I'll do this one, and then that one I'll do up this end rather. Just for something different. I do like the cells I get when I do this, and I don't drag. And those cups are pretty much empty from doing that. When you drag, you tend to leave a lot of paint in there. Don't know how this is going to go, these blobs here, but anyway, we'll see. We'll see. Let's torch. Up high. Gentle heat. Gentle heat, I said. Mr. Heat Gun. He's not listening to me, is he? Popping bubbles. Pop. Come on, pop. No, I don't want to get close enough. Pop. There we go. How's that looking? I think that's enough, hey? That's enough. Leave it like that. Lots of little cells. I thought there might be bigger cells actually at this stage because my mix is so much thinner. But can't see a lot of difference so far. Pop. Couldn't get close enough to those bubbles to pop them without heaps of cells coming up, so I'll just have to do this. And again, I've made my paint about half an hour ago. I didn't make it hours ago, as I probably should have, and let it sit for the bubbles to dissipate. All right. Red oxide is more prominent in this one, I think, than it was in the last one. Maybe because I put black between my warm red and my red oxide. But we'll see what happens when I tilt. I'm liking these cells, very pretty. 1, 2, 3, 4 colours. 1, 2, 3. Yep, they've pretty much all got 4 colours in them, which is fantastic. Pop. Right, let's do this. Let's see if I can tilt this without ruining it. And then if I do well with this colour scheme and this mix, then I'll go up to a big canvas. I'm going to do, for my 200th video, I'm going to do a big canvas for you. Where do I start? I might as well just go that way. They're all equal, really. Isn't it funny how I flipped these two this way and I've got more reddish, and I flipped that one that way and I've got more aqua, which is a really nice focal point, isn't it, in the middle there? All right, enough talking, Julie. Let's get to it. Putting it off, aren't I? I don't want to do it. I don't want to ruin it. Does anyone else do that? Think, oh God, I know I have to do it, but I don't want to do it. So let's see if I can get this edge off. It's flowing nicely. Happy with the way it's flowing. Ooh, much better cells than the thicker mix from yesterday. Wow. Clean that off. Beautiful, beautiful cells, my goodness. Rightio, let's do the rest of it. I need a stick. I don't want to lose this here. Off to the side, move my stick down as I go so I keep the paint there. Come back to that corner. Okay, wow, beautiful, my goodness. Look at that, loving that. I thought I was going to get way too many cells for putting that extra drop of oil in, but I didn't. And they're really pretty cells. Okay, I need to get to that. Don't want to lose all this, so I'm just going to put my hand underneath and just ease the paint that way. And it's over. Come back. Beautiful. Got more cells on the side too than I have in the middle. I think the middle has stretched more than the two sides. See how these cells are bigger? They've kind of stretched more, that section in the middle. Now I just have to deal with this corner. I think it's nice just for a change, you know, it's very busy there. Lovely small cells, or smaller cells, and then in the middle they're slightly bigger, and we've got this big band of blue through here, which matches up with the blue there. So not as much orange in this one for sure. Little bits. Okay, now I just have to deal with that bit there. And I think I'll just put my hand under and let it go. I don't want to lose that side though, so I'm just going to tilt it this way. That's enough. Loving it. I just dropped paint on my toe. Oh, so messy when I put my hand underneath. I get paint right up here and on the gloves. Alright, let's clean these edges up a bit and see what else I need to do. Don't think I need to do much more of anything really. I'm going to bring that side in a little bit into the middle, hey? Seems the middle's so sort of squashed. Let's do this. Is that better? Stretches these out a little bit more. I think that will do. Hey, we don't want to fiddle with it too much. Just going to fix the corners where I've put my fingers in them. Lost a little bit of paint. There we go. Love my black corners. It's only a touch, tiny little bit of black, not much at all. Get rid of these gloves. Oh, what a mess. So what do you think? Really like that one. I'm just going to clean up a bit here and then I'll show you the other one. I'm going to torch just in here and here where I haven't got many cells. Not quite sure what happened to that middle cup. Alright, I won't do any more. I like my background. There's a few little ones popping up in here. little white rings with that turquoise in the middle. A few little ones through there. And that's enough, as I said. I like my background. Okay. Well, that's pretty nice, actually. I like that. All right, I'm going to grab the other one, yesterday's one. There we go. See, the cells are much smaller, and as I said, you probably can't see from where you are, but it's a lot blurry, especially up here. My cells are quite fuzzy, hazy. They don't have lovely rings around them like these cells do. Can you see the difference? Hopefully you can. So, I like that mix, the 60-40. The paint flowed nicely. I didn't have any issues where I had to overstretch really to get to my corners. My side cells here are still nicely shaped. Sometimes if you have to stretch too much to the side, all your side ones are out of shape. I've got that one's out of shape, but pretty much the rest of them are pretty perfect, I think. So happy with that. So I think I'll stick to the 60-40. Take you in for a close-up. Whoops. Whoa, what am I doing? Making you all seasick, aren't I? Alright, I think that's pretty much it, eh? How's that? That'll do. Leave it like that. So, kind of lost the orange a little bit, didn't I? I think the other one had a lot more orange in it, so I really like that about it. This one, I can certainly see more of the red oxide coming through. And, yeah, it's different every time, hey? You can use the same colours, the same layering, and get different effects each time. But I like it. I think they'll work nicely together. But really loving this ratio, this mix, so I'll do this one again. So I hope that's helped you guys learn about the different consistencies, and if your cells look like this, then your paint is like this, and if your cells look like that, then your paint's like that. So hopefully that's helped. Okay, so I'll see you for the next pour. Bye for now.